talking about the SMS or SMS marketing. I mean, it may be foreign to some people, and our audience is typically, they're going to be salespeople or marketing people. Just kind of, if you could kind of give a bit of an overview of kind of your take on what mobile marketing is, so that people get a better understanding.
Sure. I mean, the way I think about it, and I think a good way for really anyone starting to think about it, is mobile marketing is really marketing, and all the goals and outcomes and successes that any firm or organization will want to have through marketing and communication over the mobile channel, and exploiting what mobile does better than any other channel. I think before I go into a little detail of what I mean by that, we think, and we have built our software around the idea that mobile isn't a separate silo or a separate engagement channel, but is part of your overall communications channels, which include email, direct mail, radio, television, all of that. Mobile has a place to fit into that and work with that, but isn't really a separate silo. Some of the things that mobile does very well is, without going into the exact statistics, which are available everywhere, it has almost 100% adoption rate. Mobile data, meaning SMS, the numbers are staggering in the United States. I think there's 8 billion text messages sent a day. But I think the best way to think of it is, it's the number one way that humans on Earth, including in the United States and Canada, communicate with each other. Mm-hmm. If you think about it that way, and you're a business or organization that has any interest in communicating with people, then that's probably the number one way that people communicate, is probably a channel you ought to be in. There's some other very good things about mobile. One is it combines some very interesting features: the internet, voice, and text, all of which are extremely popular, and when combined together, can produce some very, very interesting results, like sending text messages that link to targeted targeted web pages. You click on that link and it's auto-populated with information that's targeted directly at that particular consumer based on a user profile. That can then lead to a triggered phone call to make a reservation, or to find out some information, or do some advocacy, or something like that. All of that can be tracked and put into the user's profile, so you can continue to learn more and more and more about that particular consumer. And then all of that data can be exported in real time into the database or the customer relation management tools that firm is using to adjust how it's doing with email or direct mail or anything else.
It's, when I look at it, and I'm on the fringe, I'm not as in depth on the mobile marketing side of it, but I see a huge opportunity, because I know when you look at the stats against it, people open text messages at a rate of 70 to 100%, as opposed to an email message, which is 20 to maybe 30% open up rate.
I would say that's optimistic for an email.
Yeah, exactly. It could actually be very optimistic for email. I think the other side to it is, it is to me almost, it's your Wild West frontier. I mean, even though you guys have been doing a lot down in the US, it's really starting to get adopted here in Canada, but not really. I think people are still very foreign to the idea of utilizing mobile marketing, and really what the upside is to it, because of the fact that it's, one, it's unique, but two, there's also not as many people are actually using it right now. Is that what you found?
Well, yes. There's something interesting about mobile, which is the only technology, having been around technology and technology marketing for some time, it's the only technology that it started getting used as a marketing channel after it had a 100% adoption rate. Everything else had a much lower adoption rate before it started being used as a marketing channel. I think there's a few reasons. One is what mobile marketing was confused. Marketers were getting a lot of different messages. Is it an app? Is it a mobile web ad? Is it and to go back to apps, there was a lot of, when apps began to become very popular, marketers felt like, oh, what we need is an app. And I think there was a bit of a misunderstanding that an app isn't really a marketing tool. It's the consequence of good marketing. Mm-hmm. The things that mobile does with marketing leading to engagement is much more about the core functionality of the phone rather than the installed app. There's nothing wrong with apps, and once an app is installed and if it's part of how someone engages with a brand, that's great. But it's not it's not really going to achieve the results of more engagement with new people that using text, voice, and mobile web would. The second thing that I think it took a little while to kind of get through to marketers is that mobile is not a standalone channel. For the most part, except with respect to search and viral communications like Telefriend, people learn about a mobile program on a media other than a mobile phone, whether it's a radio ad, a print ad, live event, or something like that. They're responding to a message for mobile engagement to be on a medium other than mobile. So in the traditional media, and in a way, it makes traditional media interactive and measurable and engaging. And I think that's something that just sort of took a little while for adoption. It's taken I think all of North America a little bit longer to adopt mobile marketing, but we're seeing it come in very, very quickly, and in areas that are very interesting, like around healthcare, pharma, and lots of things like that. Not to mention government services, and as I said, healthcare services, not just healthcare marketing, and other kinds of essential communications, as well as marketing engagement and couponing. The